Hello. Tonight I want to explain the structure of glomerulus in more detail. You see in this slide a schematic representation of the glomerulus under the electron microscopy. We begin from here. This is afferent arteriole. These are specialized cells known as juxtaglomerular cells or granular cells. This is efferent arteriole. Here is a part of thick ascending limb of loop of Henle, which comes near to the glomerulus and has special type of cells known as macula densa. So these cells are macula densa cells. We have another type of cells known as mesangial cells. Part of these mesangial cells are located outside of the glomerulus, so they are named as extraglomerular mesangial cells, and some of them are inside the glomerulus, so they are intraglomerular mesangial cells. These cells act as a cement to hold the capillary loops together. They have also contractile elements, so they can contract, and by contraction of the cells the size of the glomerulus is reduced, so the filtration area and the amount of filtration of blood are also reduced, because as you know, blood filtration occurs through the glomerulus, and the amount of filtration is related directly to the amount of the surface area of glomerulus. Mesangial cells, by contraction, reduce the surface area, so they reduce the amount of filtration. Another special type of cells are shown here by pink. These are known as podocytes, or visceral layer of epithelium, or visceral epithelial cells. These cells are the largest cells inside the glomerulus, and they cover the capillaries of the glomerulus. As you see, they completely cover the glomerulus. These cells are somehow similar to an octopus, which have tentacles and send their tentacles around the capillaries. These tentacles are named as foot processes. we will see it in more detail in the later slides. Because of this, the name of these cells is podocytes, because podo means foot and cyte means cell. So podocyte means a cell which has foot. It has foot processes to surround the glomerulus and to surround the cells of the glomerular capillaries. Here we have a hollow space which is named as Bowman's space or urinary space. Blood filters through the glomerulus and the filtered fluid enters into this space. This space is surrounded by a capsule, and inside this capsule you have another kind of cells known as parietal epithelial cells. Parietal epithelial cells. Here we have the first part of proximal tubule. This part of the glomerulus is called as glomerular tip, and this part is known as prehilar area. Hilum of glomerulus is that part of the glomerulus from which afferent and efferent arterioles enter and exit from the glomerulus respectively. Here you have a real scanning electron microscopy picture of the podocytes, which are beautifully seen here. These are all podocytes, and you can see their food processes very clearly. Which surround the capillaries. This is the cell body of the podocyte, and these are the food processes. As you see, they are very similar to an octopus, and these are very similar to tentacles of the octopus. It's a very beautiful picture. I like it. When you cut a glomerulus, you can see it in cross-section. This is the cross-sectional schematic representation of the glomerulus. Again, here we have afferent arteriole, efferent arteriole, extra glomerular mesangial cells, intraglomerular mesangial cells. Both are shown in blue. These are juxtaglomerular cells or granular cells. Please pay attention to this. This is nerve fiber. This is sympathetic nerve fiber. It means that these cells are innervated by sympathetic nerve fibers. It is physiologically important. We will see it later. Here we have a capillary loop. Inside this loop we have blood. This is the cell body of the endothelial cell of the capillary, and this is the cytoplasm, which is shown in yellow. Again here, this is the cell body of endothelial cells, and these areas are cytoplasm of endothelial cells. We have a layer shown as green, which continues all around this place, and here. It is located beneath the endothelial cell, and between the endothelial cell and podocytes. This green layer is glomerular basement membrane. Glomerular basement membrane. Which continues here, and then it goes around the capsule to continue here with the tubular basement membrane. So tubular basement membrane and glomerular basement membrane are continuously connected with each other. These cells are podocytes, and these are food processes. Which locate on the glomerular basement membrane. These flat cells are parietal epithelial cells, and the space between parietal and visceral epithelial cells or podocytes, this space is urinary space or Bowman's space. This is proximal tubule. These cells are macula densa, afferent and efferent arterioles, along with this part of tubule and macula densa are known as juxtaglomerular apparatus. Juxtaglomerular apparatus, which I have mentioned it before. Here you see one of these loops in a larger view. This is endothelial cells. This is cell body. This is the cytoplasm. Please pay attention to these pores The cytoplasm of endothelial cell is not continuous. It has some pores, and because of this we say that the endothelium in glomerulus is fenestrated. Fenestrated means it has some pores, some holes. Here is inside the capillary, and blood flows in this area. This green layer, as I told, is glomerular basement membrane. This is podocyte or visceral parietal cell. These are food processes, which are shown beautifully. This blue colored cell is mesangial cell, and as you see, it has some filaments or microfilaments which have contractile properties. By contraction of this cell, these loops come close together, so the total size of the glomerulus is reduced, and the filtration area and the amount of filtration of blood are also reduced. And here we have urinary space. Blood filters through these 3 layers, and the filtered fluid enters into the urinary space. These 3 layers are from inside to outside: endothelium, glomerular basement membrane, and food processes of podocyte. So filtration barrier, this is called as filtration barrier, is consisted of 3 different layers: endothelium, glomerular basement membrane, and podocyte, food processes of podocyte. We will go back to it later. Thank you.